3 months after the campaign is over. This means she drove hundreds of miles, and she submitted this with campaign funding. Also, $157 on a phone bill from Verizon Wireless. By all indications, this is her personal phone. Also, $28 at a gas station. The gas station in the town where she's originally from, Moorestown, New Jersey. She still has family there. This is campaign money. There's no campaign going on. $600 for her utility bill paid to Delmarva Power. Also, they're little piddly expenses, but again, increasing her debt, and these are very telltale. You wouldn't need to spend this for any campaign, let alone a campaign that's not going on anymore. $19 at a place called the Pike Lanes. The Pike Lanes is a bowling alley. That would pay for about 8 games of bowling. Also, $26 for a meal at Ruby Tuesday's restaurant. Campaign money once again. And then she even used campaign money for a $2.84 charge at Staples. In addition, she paid rent money with her campaign funding. Now, the home that she lives in right now, the townhome, doubles as her campaign headquarters. She lives there sometime, so do her campaign workers. But this money for her rent was paid during a time when she was no longer in a campaign. Now, we can tell you that her detractor says she does this because she hasn't had a real job for years. She has no source of income. She needs to live on campaign money. Of course, we wanted to talk to her about it. I talked to one of her top aides face-to-face last night. I said, we had a lot to ask her about. He said, she's too tired to talk to you. Try to talk to her tomorrow. Send us a request. We sent a request. We heard nothing. I saw her today at the campaign forum, asked if we could talk to her. Her aide said she, again, did not want to talk. We've talked to some employees of hers who quit. They say they were not paid money they were owed, and they're very angry that she has spent so much money on charges like we just read to you, Anderson.
You know, her supporters will say, look, this is just, you know, Democrats trying to dig up dirt on her, and that these amounts are kind of small amounts, a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. What does the state Republican Party have to say?
Right, the state Republican Party here in Wilmington, Delaware, the chairman of the party before the election was strongly in favor of Mike Castle. What's being said now is that they came up with a statement. They will support all Republican candidates, but conspicuous by its absence was no mention of this particular candidate, Christine O'Donnell. I called and asked, does that mean you are supporting her? You're not supporting her? They wouldn't comment. We were talking about former employees, Anderson. This is important. Today we talked to a former financial advisor who worked for the campaign for 2 months, and he said he had to quit as a financial advisor because he was aghast at what he saw.
She would withdraw money for mileage. She doesn't own a car, didn't own a car at the time. And you can only do one or the other, take a mileage expense or gas. She was doing both.
So this is after, she's not even running for anything anymore.
No. She should have been paying anything left over, and anything that came back in should have been paying off debt. None of that.
But she was using it to go bowling?
Yeah.
As a campaign expense?
Yeah.
And so there's no campaign?
And paying rent.
Paying her rent with it?
Yeah.